Welcome to the War on Wellness. Today we're going to talk about a critical subject, and that is hormone disruptors. We're going to unmask hormone disruptors, and I'm going to share with you 3 threats to your hormones. What's causing your metabolism to go so crazy? What's causing you to gain weight, develop cysts and tumors, and make cancer grow? Yes, we're going to talk about it today. And I want to thank all those who are joining us here on the War on Wellness. I have my Facebook family in the room. I have my Instagram family coming in the room. Hey, Instagrammers! And I have my YouTube family coming in the room. So we are definitely going to talk about it all today. I'm happy that you're joining me. I'm here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. right here on this channel. And I want to share with you, for those of you who may not know who I am Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny, and I help people move from problems to progress with plant-based and natural solutions. And this little video will help introduce me more. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Yes. Say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Whether it's your sofa in Richmond or if you're in Florida or Texas. I want to know where you're, or if you're outside the United States, because I've been to 7 different countries on 3 different continents, and I am happy to have all of my global family join me as well. I am doing my best here to make sure that everybody's in the room, because this is a crucial topic and I want to make sure that no one misses it. So I need to make sure that my Plant-Based Penny family is especially in the room, and those are my wonderful VIP members in my group. So I am making sure that they have today's live. And today we're talking about unmasking hormone disruptors. Unmasking hormone disruptors. Why do I say unmasking hormone disruptors? Well, I'm glad you asked. That is because these chemicals hit in the things that we use on an everyday, regular basis. And so it's so important that we know what they are so that we can avoid them, or we can at least reduce them in our everyday lives. Because what we want to do is we want to move toward wellness and away from sickness, all right? I am so happy to see you. Yes, I have people, family here joining me, and I have some people in North Carolina. Yes, nothing could be finer than to be in North Carolina. And I lived in North Carolina for a while, so good to see my friends in Carolina, and of course my hometown, Richmond, Virginia. Those of you who are watching on Facebook, thank you so much. Oh yeah, and my Instagram family. Yes, so very happy to see you as well. Okay, so We're going to move from problems to progress today, and thank you for joining. So it's a very crucial topic. There are hidden chemicals that are, it's not just in our food. A lot of times I talk about food, but there are other avenues in which these chemicals can enter our body. It's very important for us to know, because we don't want to wreak havoc on our bodies, especially women, because we have hormones that cause us to be who we are. And so sometimes, it's kind of hard for men to figure out who we are, but sometimes we can't figure out who we are because our hormones are going all different kinds of ways. And it's not just women, also men's hormones can affect them in different ways. And so studies have shown that 90% of people in the studies that were done had detectable levels of BPA in their bodies. So let's talk about 3 culprits, and I just might give you a bonus. But we're going to talk about 3 culprits initially to watch out for that may be lurking in our everyday life. But first, let's see, why are we even talking about hormone disruptors? Hormone disruptors. Why are they bad? Is because they can alter our endocrine system functions. So something I know a lot about because I've been getting my endocrine system under, trying to get it to stay on track since 1998 too. So some of you may be like, oh, that's ancient, that's the 1900s. Well, I've been handling it for that long, and I've been handling it with doctors, with naturopath and natural remedies, and using God's wisdom and grandma's remedies to regulate my thyroid when they told me the only option was to kill it. But I am happy to say I do still have one, and it is still functioning. So our endocrine system, it regulates so it can cause the body to react or to overreact at the wrong time. So it can cause things to grow in our bodies like prostate cancer or breast cancer, and we want to avoid that as much as possible. So the first hormone disruptor, the first threat to your body we're going to talk about is BPAs, and that's bisphenol A. Bisphenol A is what BPA is. And this chemical is commonly found in plastic water bottles. So as much as possible, and I'm going to be one of those as well too, that's going to try to switch to a non-plastic. This is my Tabitha glass bottle. So as much as possible, try to use a reusable, non-plastic, reusable bottle when you're drinking your water or whatever it is that you're drinking that day. So reduce your use of plastic. That's one example. And then food containers is another. So a lot of times to go out and get a fast food container, you definitely don't want to be, if you even use a microwave, I try not to use microwave, but if you use one, don't put the styrofoam containers, don't put those other plastic containers in the microwave. There are numbers on those that tell you whether or not they are microwave safe, but not all plastic is microwave safe. Canned foods is another. Have you noticed that canned foods have gotten a little bit smoother to help get the food out of the can? Sometimes things that were made to be more convenient for us are not always helpful for us. And another surprising source of chemicals that disrupt our hormones are receipts. And so those receipts the receipts that you get every day when you buy something. Okay, well, you might not buy something every day, but when you get receipts, those have chemicals on them as well. So I would suggest that if you are a cashier, I used to be a cashier at Wendy's before I retired from the bank. So there's, unless you have it mailed to you or emailed to you, which that's another good option instead of actually getting a paper receipt. Either have it emailed to you or text it to you, or if you are a cashier and you're routinely handling receipts, wear gloves. That will be my advice to you. So BPAs mimic estrogen, which can throw off our hormonal balance. So that's the first one. The second threat to our endocrine system, the second hormone disruptor chemical that you want to know about is parabens. Parabens is another big one. And so that's a preservative. And so again, things that are made to preserve things for us, to make it convenient for us, are not always good for our bodies. So these preservatives are in so many things that we might use on a daily basis. And that might be cosmetics, or it might be personal care items. It might be things that you may use or may not use every day, like shampoos or lotions or makeups and deodorant. Read the labels, and on the label it will tell you if it has parabens in it. Or look it up, research it, so that you know that what you're putting on your body or in your body is good for your body. So parabens can mimic estrogen as well. So we don't want to disrupt our endocrine functions. And so make sure that you're aware of number 2, which is parabens. Number 3, the third threat to our hormone systems. Hormones are going along just fine, and then we introduce something to it that makes it just go all out of whack, and it disrupts the normal flow of the hormones that are going into our bloodstream, and that is not what we want to do. So we want to avoid number 3, and number 3 is pesticides. Now, you've probably heard a lot about pesticides. I mean, you know it's not something that is good for you, but there's a reason behind that, and that is because it can disrupt your hormones. And so there's a lot of chemicals that are used in agriculture. And agriculture is when we're growing our fruits and our vegetables. So if we buy fruits and vegetables, and you might say, well, I only eat meat. I don't know, I forget the guy's name, but there's some guy that says he only eats meat. Fine. He's seasoning that meat with something that's grown. He's not taking a raw cow and eating raw meat. He's taking that and it's being heavily seasoned with heavily seasoned with herbs and spices, and all of those are things that are grown through our agricultural system, and they're either fed to the meat to the animals that are used for meat, or it is used to season the meat that comes from the animals. Most people season their meat with something that is grown. So either way, we have to be aware of that. So non-organic fruits and vegetables are going to have more chemicals in them than organic. So non-organic information. Well, hello. Marvelous Shorter is here. She's saying great information. You're quite welcome. And so, yes, I want to welcome Teresa and Linda and Petrella. They're all here. Terry is here. Teresa. And we have Lena, Gina. Wonderful. Phil, all of you. Nice to have you. Thank you very much for joining. And there is actually, I see we got Darnell over on Instagram. Hey, guys. And we have DM Sunshine. I know who that is. Can't pull it right now. Oh, let's see. Somebody says that they hear music. Well, okay, let's fix that. Let's see. Did we hit a button here somewhere? Let's see. Thank you so much for letting me know that that was even on. Okay. See, this is why I need you guys. Thank you, Camelia. I appreciate that. So yes, thank you to my Instagrammers. So, and if you missed anything, guess what? The great thing is this is going to be up on my YouTube channel and you can definitely catch the replay. Not a problem. So, where we, oh, there are foods specifically that have more chemicals than others when it comes to food in our agricultural system. And so the top foods are going to be strawberries, apples, spinach, peaches. Those are some of the top foods that have the most chemicals in them. I am actually now, this is going to be my first year of growing strawberries. And so thank you to @Tammy in the Garden. If you're not following her on Instagram, definitely follow her. She has a beautiful garden in Richmond's North Side, absolutely gorgeous. And one day I hope to be there, but I'm just a beginner gardener. So I'm growing potatoes and strawberries and corn and lentils and tomatoes and peppers for right now, and of course a whole bunch of herbs. But it is important that we know what's in our foods, and as much as possible eat organic. Now, I'm not saying that don't eat anything. If it's not organic, then just skip vegetables. No, it is best to have the vegetable. Do have the vegetable, and make sure that you wash it and cleanse it. So I just went to the store the other day to get some apple cider vinegar to mix with my baking soda so I could wash my vegetables. And so that's what I use to wash it. But they have other things that you can wash it with, but that's what I choose to use. So make sure that if you're not eating organic fruits and vegetables, that you are washing them or that you're growing them. So let me know in the comments if you're growing any vegetables or fruits this year. Put I grow in the comments because I always like to know if there are other gardeners out there. So strawberries, apples, spinach, peaches, and other fruits. And peppers also is another one. So they can act as the chemicals that are sprayed on those fruits and vegetables can act as endocrine disruptors. So are the growth hormones that they give the animals so they can get nice, big, and fat. Uh, when we consume those, it still has the residue of the chemicals in them. So I said I would give you a bonus, and I'm going to be true to form. I'm going to give you a bonus one. So the bonus is going to be PFCs. PFCs, and we're talking about hormone disruptors, the top 3 threats to your endocrine system. So especially women. And if you're a man who has a woman that he loves in his life, make sure that you share this broadcast with them because it's so important that we know about these. So perfluorinated chemicals, PFCs, perfluorinated chemicals, that's your bonus. These are found in what I used to have a lot of, which is non-stick cookware. I mentioned before, sometimes things are created as a convenience for us, but it's not convenient for our hormones that we want to keep level. So non-stick cookware is one. PFCs are also found in stain-resistant fabrics. PFCs are also found in fast food packaging. PFCs can interfere with our hormone function, and they've been linked to various health issues. So It could be your thyroid. It could be your fibroids. It could be your breast cancer. It could be prostate. All of these and more organs and systems in our bodies are disrupted from the normal flow of things because we introduce into our bodies these chemicals, sometimes knowingly and sometimes unknowingly. And it's so important that we move from the problem that we have to progress. And we wonder, but gee, why is it that plant-based pain? I'm doing all I can. I'm exercising. I think I'm eating right. And I still got this weight on me. I still have these challenges, these health challenges. Well, it may be not just that you're not eating enough salad or green leafy vegetables. It may be because of the things that we're putting on our bodies. The things that we're putting in our bodies or on our bodies, they all make a difference, and they're all very important to know. So it's important to be aware of these hormone disruptors. I've talked about it. I had the opportunity to speak at Bank of America on a few weeks ago. I'll be speaking in Chicago at the National Black Girls Run National Conference. And I spoke for Leading Ladies RVA. Whenever I go to speak, I try to share the information that's going to help people look, live, and feel well, because we all have a purpose on this earth, and it's hard to live in our purpose fully unless we are in good health. And so I am Penny, also known as Plant-Based Penny, and guess what? I have something for you. Right after this quote. So Dr. Shauna Swan says that we live in an age of unprecedented chemical exposure that is having a profound effect on our bodies. So if you found this information helpful and you want to learn more, especially about your thyroid health or endocrine disruptors, then the exciting announcement that I have for you is the Thyroid Thrive webinar, and it is coming up. Thyroid Thrive webinar in June, and we're going to dive even deeper into this topic. And I want you to definitely take advantage of it and to share that with friends. And that is June 19th. It is coming up. It's coming up quickly, but it is not going to be publicly broadcast. It is only going to be for the select few who put more info in the comments. So if you put more info in the comments, then I will definitely make sure that you get the information that you need. So let's take charge of our health together. Let's move from problems to progress. And I appreciate you watching today's broadcast. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer those for you. You can reach me in my email, which is life@plantbasedpennylife.com. You can also reach me through my website, which is plantbasedpennylife.com. You can catch my YouTube channel, which is Plant-Based Penny, and you can catch me on Instagram or on Facebook. I'm everywhere. Very easy for you to find. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to comment, and I am happy to help you. So for right now, we're going to do our outro for those who like to know a little bit more about my journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday for the War.